You talk golden to me.
It's my dream to have a golden beard.
Younger but looks older.
I'll even try a squat. Here we go.
Talk golden to me.
The 6 of clubs.
The golden.
Welcome to another episode of the Talk Golden to Me video podcast show. As always, here in the law office of Bergmann, your host, Evan Golden, Golden TV, and I am putting the TV in my name today. Why? I have the hottest reality star in South Florida in our studios today. Get off my face for all the viewers that are watching or listening. We have Josh Martinez in the house. He is one big brother, and now he is just making a name for himself on the MTV challenge shows, which is one of my favorite reality shows. Unbelievable competition. I'm sure our viewers have been watching it for many, many, many years. So Josh Martinez, welcome to the Talk Golden to Me show. You're looking good, man. No stranger to the lights and the cameras. So welcome to the studio. Not too far. You're a South Florida, Miami boy, right?
Yeah, I'm down south. I'm down in Homestead, so it's like an hour drive. So yeah,
it's not bad. What, you like Homestead? You like it down there?
It's chill. It's more laid back and chill, especially after the craziness that I've been experiencing for the past 2 years. I like it. Yeah, it's home.
Well, you know, you kind of have the best of both worlds because it has like the nice chill, but if you need to get to South Beach or Miami, it's a pretty quick trip.
And then I'm basically like a Key West homebody, so we always go down on the weekends and stuff, so it's good.
That's your spot, huh?
Yeah.
They still get crazy down there?
Yeah. I mean, we go out on the boat, so it's chill, but it's still wild.
This is why we live in paradise, people.
You know how it is down south, yeah.
This is why we live in paradise. So, viewers and listeners, I am thrilled to be talking to Josh Martinez, Big Brother fans. It's like kind of a cult following with the Big Brother. I mean, I have friends like, sorry, I can't hang out with you Tuesday when, and they're like, I got Big Brother. It's amazing. Did you used to watch that show before you were a guest on it and before you were the winner?
Yeah, so I got lucky, dude. So I was a fan. I've been a fan of the show since I was 14 years old, and from there, I always had this gut feeling. Strangely, I felt like I'm gonna end up on this show. Some way, I'm gonna end up on TV. I just had that feeling, and it just so happened to be that when I graduated college, I sent in a video. I actually applied 3 times. And I got the third time, I guess, was the win. I sent in a video, got the call, dude, and it all spiraled from there. And I ended up winning the show. But, yeah, I've been a fan since a kid.
That's awesome. That's kind of one of those stories where you kind of like visualize it, you dream it, and you do it. So I think that should be encouraging for a lot of people that maybe have some goals or have some aspirations and want to accomplish something. Visualize it, see it, believe it, and make it happen.
Facts, dude. And it's funny because I always share that story, and then you get trolls like, oh, okay, a TV show. I'm like, yeah, but I won. At 23, I won a lot of money, and I was able to set myself up. So you could call it it's not really a dream or a goal, whatever. But for me, it was at the time, and it worked out. So I'm happy.
What'd you do with all that money you won?
I've actually been really smart. People expected me. Yeah, they're like, oh, he's from Miami. He's going to fucking blow all his money. Can we curse here?
You can curse.
Okay.
Producer, we'll mark the explicit of Mark. It's fine.
Sorry. I curse a lot, dude.
Let it go. Be real.
Yeah. So luckily I've invested a lot. I got 2 rental properties, one in Orlando, one in Homestead. And then I have a lot of money saved, dude. I made a lot of money after the show, which people don't realize. If you make it far enough on Big Brother, or if you make an impact, you can make really good money after. So I still live at home. I still live a normal life, live within my means. And I came from my parents that, they struggled. I'm like first generation American. My parents are Cuban. So I just know what it is to struggle. So I just made sure that I was really smart with my winnings.
Good for you. Luckily, a lot of temptation down here. What'd you win? $500,000 on Big Brother?
Yeah, $500,000. Paid some taxes on that.
At 23 years old.
Yeah.
What was your we'll get into MTV Challenge, of course. We want to get into everything, but Big Brother, did you have kind of a goal and a mindset? You're like, I'm going to be myself, or you're like, listen, I can't be myself. I have to be manipulative. I have to cheat, lie, and do whatever I want because you're not just coming on there for airtime. You want to win money.
Exactly. I to be real with you, Evan, I don't care about none of the airtime. Luckily, I'm emotional enough to where I get it. Like naturally, I'm just a nutcase, so I get airtime, but. No, I went in there with the intention to win. To go on the show, you really don't make that much money, to be honest with you. It's good off. I was a broke college kid, so $1,000 a week sounded like bank. But to be real with you, long term, it's not great money. It's a small check. So I went with the intention to win. But every time I do a show, I can't go on there trying to act a certain way. I'm very naive, so that's the one thing I did guard myself. I was like, dude, don't be naive. Don't fall for people's shit. I get attached to people easily, so I had to in a way.
Well, that's good that you know your flaws. It's good that you know your flaws, so you could be weary of it, though.
Yeah, for sure. So I had to protect myself in that sense, but no, I was authentically myself the whole time, and I didn't lie much, but I kept a lot of information, which helped me. I knew when to let people know certain things, and sometimes you just have to keep your mouth shut because it doesn't benefit your game. So, yeah, but I was true to myself, so I'm proud of that.
Huge advantage, obviously, watching the show and knowing the show and kind of going there with that game plan. But
Hell yeah.
kudos to you for already kind of knowing some of your flaws, though, and saying, hey, listen, I know I could be naive. I can't let that be my downfall on the show. Let me
For
protect
sure.
myself.
And I would check myself because I would get attached to somebody, and I would always constantly remind myself, I'm here for my parents, I'm here for my family, I'm not here to, luckily I walked away with great friends, but while I was in that house, I had to check myself and know why I was there and constantly remind myself. So, yeah.
What an experience. And then from
Yeah,
there,
it was.
so this is kind of like a newer thing in TV now.
Yeah.
They haven't always when they did the challenge, it was always people from MTV.
Yeah.
Now they're bringing different TV
Crossover.
personalities, crossovers. So this is awesome. So from Big Brother, now you win Big Brother, everyone. He's the winner. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Did you even watch the show, or you can't even watch it because it's... Have you even watched yourself on Big Brother?
So I watched a few episodes, but dude, I honestly can't even watch the whole season. So I watched I watched the finale and I watched the first few episodes, and then after that, I just can't really watch it. So no, and it's been 2 years since Big Brother, so I haven't watched the whole thing. But yeah, I watch the challenge every night though.
Of course. So you have big watch parties down here?
So we actually have one coming up. I can't say it because they haven't announced it, but
problem.
once it'll be all over my social media. So yeah, but I haven't done one yet. Yeah.
All right, stay tuned for
Yeah.
follow him. Go right to his Instagram, Josh_Martinez, and this way you could follow all his upcoming events, appearances, and so very cool. So now MTV does crossovers. Used to be only keeping an MTV family. Now they're bringing people not only
Smart.
from different reality shows on different networks, but
Yeah.
all over the world now.
Yeah.
How did that come about? When MTV decided that? Do you know kind of the back production story?
So I don't know the whole backstory behind it. I do know that I was reached out as soon as I got off of Big Brother. I'm telling you, I got the call for MTV probably 3 weeks later, and they were like, "Hey, we want you for." So I originally got casted for Champs vs Stars. At that time, they had like a spin-off from the challenge, and it was Champs vs Stars, and they reached out to me, and I couldn't do it because I was under contract with CBS. But I kept a really good relationship with MTV. They constantly either try to get me out of my contract or try to get me on other shows. But I had to wait my year, so then I waited the year and I crossed over. But I think it's been smart for the network. The show's doing the best in ratings in 5 years, and I think that everybody from all around the world, they just bring something, and they're bringing in that audience from other shows. So smart move from MTV's part. Yeah,
Great move. Can we compare both experiences? Big Brother house to the challenge houses. Because they do have some similarities.
Yeah,
but
I think, what's crazy? I look at them as complete opposites, but besides the whole competitive aspect and the whole filming and all that stuff, for me, it's just a whole different experience. With Big Brother, it just, it was my first show, so I was very, I had no idea what I was getting into, whereas in the challenge, you have experienced vets, and you have people that have done TV, that certain people just put up an act for TV, so you're dealing with a whole different crowd of people also. So it's a whole different ballgame, but I would say the challenge is way more intense than Big Brother.
Dude, intense is
Way
not the
more
word.
intense.
Well, did you have to hire a personal trainer before you go out
Oh,
there?
hell yeah. I mean,
those things are grueling.
Yeah. So luckily, I'm a big guy, but luckily I have a gym where they're huge fans of the show also. So I go and work out with them all the time. They take care of me all the time. So before I leave, I'm training either twice a day or going on a run and training at nighttime and just trying to get in shape. But yeah, they don't mess around, dude. The challenges are no joke.
So challenge definitely harder than Big
Hell
Brother.
yeah.
Physically and mentally?
I think physically, so Big Brother's mentally exhausting and draining. It's 3 long months. Dude, I was locked in that house in 92 days. So by
you're
day 50, I
quarantined.
lost. Yeah.
Let's talk about that because I don't think people understand what
Yeah.
happens when you go on a reality show. It's not like, hey, cut, you go get to call your parents and
No.
your family and go on the internet. Tell people what it's really like being on reality television.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know.
It's crazy. I get that question all the time, and they're like, "Are you really, stripped away from? Do you have a TV? Do you have you have nothing? You don't have a TV. You don't have a phone. No internet. No escape. You're surrounded by these people 24/7, locked in a house. So when you clash with people, it's real. Yeah, some of it is exaggerated and all that stuff, but it's real because that's all we have. We only have each other, and we're interacting with each other. And you get by 2 weeks in, you're sick and tired of seeing the same person,
Oh, of course.
So it makes for great TV, but yeah, you're completely isolated from the real world.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that obviously these interactions, you're forced to obviously have communication relationships. There's nothing else to do. There's no one else to communicate with. And
It's rough.
The mental stamina on these shows and the physical stamina on the channel. I mean, I know last year, I know that wait, 3 years ago, the challenge, they were saying the finale, the last challenge was horrible, it was weak.
Yeah,
so then last year, I think they just turned it up a little too much. It was like,
people were passing out.
Insane.
Like, yeah, it's crazy, man. And you know, I can't say much about this season's finale, but they're not joking around, dude. Each season they keep bringing back. It's just getting more intense, and the challenges are getting way harder. And I mean, at this point, you got to be able to run a damn Spartan race back and forth to be able to go through. Yeah, hell yeah.
It's because it's hard to find people that have a good personality, drama that can be real authentic, but at the same time, we need all that. But guess what? We also need you to be an Olympic athlete.
Yeah, an extreme athlete.
It's insane. It's true.
It's training on your body. But dude, I've been competitive my whole life. I've played sports. I played football and baseball, so I've been used to it. And I feel like once I stopped playing sports, I'm so happy that I did end up, instead of like some Jersey Shore show, I ended up on like a competition show like The Challenge, because I get that like fix from competing, you know?
Absolutely.
It's dope.
MTV, how long has The Challenge been going on now? Are you like a historian? Do you know like some of these backstories?
Yeah. So I actually watched The Challenge also. I was a fan of the show too, like everyone else. But the show's been, we're going on season 36 now. So, 35. So it's been going for like 20 plus years. It's insane. Wow. It's wild, yeah.
And it just keeps getting harder and more difficult. And this show is on, every Wednesday night on MTV. So you catch it 9 p.m. Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
So we're just in the midst of this season right now. So plenty of time to DVR or whatever you need to do. Go back, watch the past episodes. Only been maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4 episodes.
So you could easily get caught up right now because it's really cool. It's not just MTV stars. We're bringing Big Brother stars. And now it's called War of the World. So you bring in different TV personalities, reality stars from all around the world. But I think at the end of the day, it really is a mental show, because a lot of those challenges is your brain, is using your wits, using your smarts, your mental toughness, and you got to really be keen. You got to be on point. You can never let your guard down there.
Yeah. The second, with all of these shows, it's basically dude, honestly, going into this season, my first season, I walked in very, we're going to have fun. It's going to be a good experience. And I quickly realized that these people are savages of the game, and they're cutthroat, and they don't give a shit about your emotions, about what you bring. It's like killed or be killed kind of mindset. So I walked into the same mindset my second season, and people were like, I made a maverick move and turned against one of the greats of the show. But it's like, that's what we're there for, You could be mad at, you could either love the gameplay or hate it, but at the end of the day, when we're in that environment, we're playing for $1 million, so anything goes, And it puts you in that like war mindset. It's insane, dude.
What do you think about some of the past winners where they had the opportunity to split the money with their teammates? And that you would
I would 100% take it, dude. Because at the end of the day, in my real world, would I do something like that? No. But in a game where we're signing up to compete, and not only that, people are watching this for entertainment. Like I am a really nice guy, but I know that at the end of the day, we are filming a TV show, and also, I have a family and people that I want to set myself up at 25 years
goals.
old. Absolutely. Yeah, I have goals and stuff. So it's like, they wouldn't put that move in that game if it wasn't to be made. Kind of. That's how I look at it. I'm like, they wouldn't like, for Ashley, for instance, if you know who she is, she stripped $1 million away from her partner. And it's like, it was set up there to be, for the move to be made, It makes for good TV, so hell yeah, I would do it.
It's there, but not everyone could pull that trigger, and sometimes you kind of have that emotional element, human element. But Josh Martinez went on record that he will not split the money. So if you are his teammate, you may...
Shit. I'm screwed.
Listen, at least you're being honest.
Yeah, no, I am completely honest.
Come on, they're all thinking the same thing, right?
Yeah,
they're all
dude.
thinking the same thing.
If you're not thinking like that, then you're gonna get played on that show, dude. Because everybody's some greedy. It's like the greediest group of people you've ever been around. You know?
Viewers, listeners, check it out. Go to MTV, right on MTV, every Wednesdays nights, 9 p.m. And this year, War of the Worlds 2, very cool. But they did a little something different. It's the UK versus
UK versus US,
and if you win a challenge, if you win a elimination, you could switch teams, which I can't believe no one has switched yet. Yet. Someone's switching. Don't get in trouble.
It's happening, dude. I mean, I can't say a lot because the show's stirring. I'm not trying to get sued, but you better believe that there's gonna be a lot of shit going down, and people are gonna be switching. I mean, at the end of the day, people there. It's UK versus US, but for someone to believe, if you're a fan of this show, for you to believe that the US was going to stick together And these people have there's rivalries for years going on these shows. These people hate each other on social media, in real life, in the show. So I got lucky enough to where I was paired with some of the best to ever play the game, but it's also some of the biggest manipulators to ever step foot in the challenge house. So I knew that shit was gonna hit the fan. But yeah, you guys just gotta tune in and watch because it's gonna get mad.
Dude, I saw a clip before you came in here with you and CT. You got balls of steel, man, to step up to that guy.
So me and CT are actually really cool. He's from down south also. He lives down in Miami, so we're really cool now. But dude, yeah, CT's a big guy. Like you see me, I'm a pretty big guy, but CT's a giant dude. And my thing is, to be honest with you, I don't know if it's the Cuban blood in me or what. I just never feared anyone. But when I watched that clip back, I was like, what in the hell were you thinking, Josh? I'm like, you're insane to be thinking that you can step up to that guy and not get laid out.
I like that. Let's play a little game as we're talking MTV. We're talking a TV personality right here, Josh Martinez, who is starring right now on MTV War of the Worlds 2. I like the way I said that. So I want to play a little game. I call it word for word. I'm going to name a castmate on the show, and you can say one word that comes to your mind. Just the first word that comes to your mind when I say their name. Pretty easy?
Okay, yeah.
You got it. Here we go. So let's start with Bear.
Bear. Just pure entertainment. Bears.
That's it. Entertainment. We're going
entertainment.
We're going one word.
Just entertainment. Yeah.
Leroy.
Chill. Yeah.
Johnny Bananas. First word that comes to your mind. Wow is pretty good for him.
Genius. He's a smart guy. Yeah.
You mentioned Ashley before, who took the $1 million. Ashley.
Snake.
Oof.
Untrustworthy. Yeah.
Snake says it all.
Snake, yeah.
CT, we were just talking about. CT.
CT is a beast.
Turbo.
Genuine. I would say genuine, yeah.
Cara Maria, your favorite.
I highly dislike this person. Manipulative. Yeah.
Cam. Say it.
Yeah.
I saw you think of something. You're like, I ain't gonna say that.
Damn, I could go with Cam. It could go both ways, but what I'm gonna say about Cam, she's really she's confident. She's very confident. Yeah.
Cam, I don't think you said the first word.
That wasn't no
spirit. But hey,
but she's a confident girl.
Let's do a couple more. Ninja.
I don't like Ninja at all. I think that she makes me cringe. Just cringe. Watching her I see her green screens and just makes me cringe looking at her.
Cringe. Georgia.
I really like Georgia. She's an angel. I don't know. She's just a sweet soul. She's a good girl. Yeah.
Laurel.
Badass.
Let's do two more.
Yeah.
Pauly.
So much things I can say about Pauly. I would say he just seeks approval. He really wants to be loved by, he just seeks approval. So I don't know what's the right word for that, but he's just a person that really wants to be accepted by the fans. So,
and last but not least, Wes.
Snake.
Yeah, two snakes. So Ashley and Snake.
A mastermind of the game.
Like you said, cringe for someone else, but you really don't like Cara Maria. I can tell by your face.
You know what's crazy? It's not that so hate is a strong word. I just dislike. I've lived with her I've done 2 shows, and I walked into this game. Team Cara Maria. I had her back. I was really close friends with Pauly, and I was like,
she's like a legend for you.
She's a legend of the game. But I think with Cara, and I'll say this as nicely as possible, she has become one of the biggest manipulators of the show. She honestly, it's a skill. She's able to manipulate the viewers, the producers, the people in the house. I sit back and I would watch her in the house, and I'd just be like, it's kind of scary to watch somebody be so good at that. But after doing 14 seasons, she's mastered the art of just being full of shit, dude. And that's just me being honest. And I never had a problem with her. We clashed this season, which you guys are gonna see, but I just don't vibe with her. Yeah.
And looking at someone that's done it that many years, they get a lot of hate too online. Are you ever gonna get a real job? Are you ever gonna get married, have kids, bananas, and
listen,
and What do you think of that?
That's the biggest joke I've ever heard. From that end, I would stand by them and listen. Don't like Cara, but the girl is the face of the. She's the face of the franchise. She's the face of the show, and the money that she's making. You know, as a newbie, I know I'm making good money. I know everybody that's on the show, they're making good money. That woman is making bank to just step foot off the plane. And not only that, it's a joke when people say that when we're legit getting paid to travel the world, dude. They've been getting paid for years to just travel, show up, party, compete, and getting a fat check at the end. So it's like...
Where is this episode being filmed? Where are you guys?
We are in Thailand.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're filming in Chiang Mai, Thailand, yeah.
Always exotic locations.
It
And where were
really
you
is.
the season before that?
We were in South Africa and Namibia. Yeah, so it's been... Dude, I've traveled... I've been to London, South Africa, Thailand. Where else did we go? A few places. And I've just been filming for a year. So these people have been doing it for years, and they've been... The stamps on their passports are insane. I was looking at Johnny's passport. I was like, what the fuck? You know? So that's a joke when people give them that shit. If only they knew, you know?
Right.
Come on. Let them troll on.
That's it.
Yeah.
And tell me about social media now. You embrace it? Do you hate it? Do you love it? I noticed your Instagram is actually private.
Yeah.
How come?
So I made it private. Two things. I'm actually negotiating a deal with a brand, so that's another thing. And then, dude, it's just with the show, man. It's like I try to block out as much negativity and hate, but with being myself, like I said, I'm clashing versus one of the favorites of the show. I'm going against people that have done the show for years, so I'm getting backlash. But at the end of the day, dude, I just try to focus on the good and focus on the positive, and I'm not gonna change who I am for for the followers or the fans of the show to love me. You know, I'm gonna continue to be me and stay true to who I am. And if people love me or hate me for it, then
because a lot of the fans were saying, even what Wes did to you and what he said about you was wrong, but I guess you still had a pact to go again. And it looked like you guys kind of squashed the beef. You talked about it a little bit. Yeah. You addressed it, but then when you were up there, it seemed like you had an epiphany. You remembered what he said. And you're like, you know what? Even though we kind of talked about it, he's gone.
No, dude, this is another thing. So you guys are watching a week. You're watching for an hour, essentially, of a week of filming, you know? So you're not getting the full backstory and everything. That little clip, you see a conversation, if you watch the show, you see a conversation where I spaz out and it seems like I'm emotional and the whole team is coming at me. We had conversations like that throughout the week, probably like 6, 7, 8 times, and it was them constantly grilling me, but then in the tribunal, they weren't questioning everybody else. So I got sick and tired of it, and it was kind of like, instead of them saying, what are you going to do, was trying them for them to influence me to target somebody that was my friend. I walked into the game with an alliance with Theo. There was no way I was going to say his name. Nobody knew it. And then Wes was the reason I got targeted my first season. He said he had my back, and he blindsided me. So it was like, it was coming to him. It was just a matter of time, and it's kind of like take the shot.
They don't forget. They don't forget.
Yeah, but it's like, at the end of the day, dude, it's a game. Is Wes a great person outside of the show? Hell yeah, he's a great guy. But in that house, I don't trust him.
Is it hard for you guys to get, when you guys kind of reconnect, or if you're doing an appearance together, an MTV event together? Is it, because obviously the animosity rolls off the show, even though it is just a show. Does. Like you said, they are unfollowing each other. They're bashing each other online. So
For me, I think that the fans make it bigger than what it is. I think that we understand the concept. At the end of the day, they've done so many seasons that they get it already. It's like, dude, it's a show, we're filming, this is what makes great TV and all that stuff. So some of them, they're able to get over it. Some of those people just stay stuck on it. It becomes their reality, it becomes their life. And I think once it gets to that point for me where like, this is consuming me and this is I film, but when I'm home, I live a very normal, chill life. I'm working on my business. I'm with my family and friends and doing my thing. I'm not like consumed by the show. So the minute that it becomes my world, like it is for some of these people, I'm out. Like I'm done with TV, But no, some people they're able to brush it off, and some just hold on to it. It just depends.
It's a great aspect of mentality for you, though, because you're right. Buddy. They definitely become obsessed.
Consumed, and it's just
they kind of live. Sad. They live for the show, and the show is not kind of just part of it. So
yeah. Exactly.
Man, we're getting some good insights.
Deep, man. This is good.
Tell me a little bit more about like obsessed fans with some of these shows. Maybe things that they don't know. Like I didn't even realize that they're filming for one whole week, and you're only getting a week for an hour.
Yeah.
I always think about, man, how are they setting up that whole challenge again while the other team is waiting? Like I always try to look at the production side of it. Sometimes like, man, they got to reconnect that whole thing for the other team to go now.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit behind the scenes. Maybe viewers won't even know that. Maybe you could share with us a little bit about.
So we. Dude, honestly, the production team that goes into the challenge, even with Big Brother, it's insane, and they don't get enough credit for the hard work that they do, because we're just fucking making a shit of ourselves, but they're putting in work 24/7. So respect to all of the production teams on both networks and both shows. But we compete. So we compete two times a week. So on Tuesdays and on Fridays, and then we have 2 eliminations a week. So we have elimination Wednesday night and Saturday night, I think. I'm probably wrong, but so we're competing twice a week. And
Do you still have to pack your bag if you
yeah.
That is so annoying.
So every guy's elimination, every guy had to pack their bags, unless you're in the tribunal. You're packing your bags, you're putting all your things.
So what he's saying, if you have a chance of possibly getting kicked off the show, even if you think you're safe, you're not getting called out, you have a Legion.
You're packing everything.
You have to take all your belongings.
Yep.
That is annoying.
It really is.
Oh, that's brutal.
Hell yeah. Especially when your ass is on the line. You don't know if you're going, if they're calling your name, so you're just on edge 24/7. That's another thing. Everybody is always talking about, oh, you're so emotional, all this stuff. If you only realize how intense it truly is to film a show, any show, I don't care if it's Siesta Key or Jersey Shore or anything, dude, it's intense. It's not a normal environment. You're not in a hostile, environment like that in your real life, so it gets intense, but I don't know, man. I fucking love filming. I just love doing
what's
TV.
cool, I think with Big Brother, too, is that and obviously we're jumping around. Mm-hmm. It seems that previous and future castmates of Big Brother, you guys all become like a fraternity, and you kind of, go to different charity events together and network together and try to, support each other's businesses. Yeah. So that's kind of cool, too, where you see, like, the camaraderie and kind of the support that you have. Is it like a fraternity?
Yeah,
because even past guests, not just your season, I'm saying.
Yeah, no, completely. I think that's the coolest thing from doing the show is that when you get out, you have basically like a team or like a support team that we are the only ones that truly get what it is to live in that house and experience that whole wildness, that whole journey of filming. So we're the only ones that truly understand it. You could watch 24/7 live feeds, watch every episode, be a huge fan for seasons. You will never understand. You truly never, because I was a fan of the show. You will never understand what it is to be in that house filming 24/7 and just being in that environment. So I think that the best thing is that we all get out and we all have each other's back and we all look, not everyone. Mm-hmm. Not everyone's so supportive. Some people are a bit jealous and, they don't try to help out. But for the most part, I always try to be a supporter of other people and future house guests and all that stuff, because nobody gets it, dude. Even my own family. I have my own sister be like, oh, we watched the edit and we watched the episode. You can't lie to me. I'm like, yo, you truly don't understand what really goes down, It's intense, but that's the dopest thing. You make lifelong friends from the show.
Great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We were talking to Josh Martinez, everything about reality television from Big Brother to MTV. What's it called now when you're on the elimination floor? What do they call it this season? I forgot.
On the challenge, they call it the killing floor.
The killing floor. Yeah, the killing floor.
Yeah.
If you could call out one person, a past castmate, whether it's Big Brother, MTV, go against them in a physical challenge on the killing floor. Paulie. You want him, huh?
I think, with Paulie, first of all, great competitor.
You've been called out.
Yeah, Paulie's a great competitor. I got nothing bad to say about the guy competition-wise. He's one of the newest faces of the show. He's proved that he's one of the strongest competitors. I think with Paulie, though, his problem is he underestimates me a lot. And, I've been underestimated my whole life, but I'd rather, the only way you're going to prove it's in a headbanger. So, I'm way bigger than the guy, so it's a disadvantage, but I think it would be a good head-to-head go against Paulie. Or Wes. I would love to go against Wes.
You must have loved watching him get eliminated this year.
Oh, hell yeah. It was like the best karma I've ever seen.
I didn't think it was a physical challenge. So I thought he might have taken him there, but...
Dude, Wes is great and all, but you guys, I'm telling you, even watching the episode, you don't grasp how truly intense that was. Dude, bare-bodied him.
It
felt like an hour of him just whooping his ass, and it was just intense. I was like, wow. So the edit didn't even bear the credit it deserved.
The host TJ was starting to, they weren't even going after the ball anymore. They were just fighting.
Oh, and that was like 15, 20 minutes of them like rolling back and forth on the ground, just going at it. Like it legit looked like a fight.
Man.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, but man, this show's getting it's getting more dangerous.
It is, dude. It's
people were dropping like flies last year. This year it's getting more violent, and it seems that every season the animosity with some of them just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
And that's very true. My first season, I walked in and I was looking at these people and I was like, "You guys are nutcase. What is this hate that you guys have?" I'm telling you, I completely understand it now. It doesn't go away. And not only that, you're kind of in that bubble. So you go from filming 2 months, come back, the show's airing 3 months, reunion, boom, you're back in it. So you don't really get a breather. So I get how it carries on, but also dude, some of these people talk so much smack on social media. I'm ready for next season. I'm like,
You're
screw
already
30.
ready.
Yeah, I'm like, let's go. Like, back up, put your money where your mouth is, and let's just go.
Who is
straight
the
into-
greatest MTV challenger of all time, in your opinion?
I think the greatest of all time. There's so many greats.
The
dude.
GOAT by Josh Martinez.
The GOAT. And some of these people I don't like, but I'm going to give them. Yeah, exactly. The respect is there. The credit is there. I think Mark Long, throwback Mark Long, he's one of the homies. He's one of the greats. CT, obviously. Johnny. Wes is a mastermind of the game. And I think Darrell, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I've watched clips. Derek even. There's so many, dude, that I can go off.
They need to bring back some of those old
Yeah,
time vets.
I think they might, dude. And I mean, we're seeing it. They brought back Laurel, which is a champ. She's a beast of the game. So Laurel, even Carl's a great competitor. So yeah, dude, I want to see more people too, more old school challengers too.
You know, you actually got put in a hard predicament this year because you were probably wanting West to obviously go, but at the same time, Bear's macking on your crush, so I think you wanted both of them to go.
If I'm being honest, I'm not joking. Yeah,
that was the move.
You know, fuck. Yeah, it was the move, to be honest with you. Me and Bear get along, dude. Me and Bear actually we're really good friends. But yeah, it was just annoying, dude. I was like, I'm so into Georgia, but she's obsessed with Bear, man.
She's young still.
Yeah,
she's got to
she's
get that
23,
bad
dude.
boy
Yeah.
out of her system. You're the nice, good, genuine
Well, I
heart
try
guy.
to be.
But you're there. So I think
Thanks,
hopefully by the end of this season or maybe next, you'll start to see that nice guy.
I think by the end, as the season goes on, you guys are going to see that whole relationship with me and Georgia kind of form and all that stuff. And we have a really good friendship outside of the house. So yeah, she's a good girl, and I'm excited to film so many more of these shows with her. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Georgia Martinez coming to us.
You're pushing it. That's a stretch.
Hey, I saw her the way. Hey, listen, she has some feelings.
Cute, man. Yeah.
She's gorgeous, sweet girl, and she's a competitor. Fire. I just love the whole new concept now. But I don't. I think at the end of the day, is anyone really going to beat Turbo? This guy will die for this show. I mean, come on, is anyone beating Turbo?
Turbo has said it. Turbo has said it. He will literally die in the proving ground, or they'll have to break all his bones. Literally, he's like, I'd break all bones if I go to the proving ground. So Turbo has heart, man, and he's one of my really. People don't see the friendship that me and him like have on the show, but he's one of my really good friends from the challenge that I've been blessed to like make after the show, and he's been one of my really good buddies, and he has heart, dude. The guy won't give up, and that's probably one of the best partners that I had on our team. He never gave up. Every single challenge, he gave it everything he had, and he's just a fucking awesome dude. Yeah,
that guy's scary, man. He's scary.
He is a scary. You're gonna see he has blow-ups this season, which I never thought he could get like that. And
well, he did last season with the girls.
No, dude,
this
forget
is that's nothing?
that. It's
really?
it passes all of that, and I mean it's gonna happen pretty soon, so it gets intense. It was. I'm not gonna lie, it was scary. It was legit scary, and I roomed with him, so I was the one in this corner constantly calming him down, and it gets ugly, but he's a good guy.
What's your relationship with Jordan? I know he's trying to be kind of a leader now on the show. He took a little break, and he's back.
Jordan's fucking great. I think that's another go of the show. Sorry, I forgot to say Jordan, but Jordan's great. He's just a great competitor all around. This is the thing. I played sports and I played baseball, and a lot of people were like on our team. They haven't really showed it, but they were constantly complaining how Jordan's leadership or his tone or everything. And I get it. It could be a bit abrasive and aggressive, but at the end of the day, we're there to win and we're competing for money. I want somebody like Jordan that's giving it their all, that's invested, than somebody that wants to be carried or slacking or is not fucking has their heart in it. And
that guy's a true competitor.
He's a beast, dude. And I'm so happy that I met him this season, that he was part of our team and that I was competing with him, not against the guy. So, yeah, he's the man.
How much hooking up goes on in these houses?
A lot, dude. There's so much. You guys just don't get it. We're bored, bro. Once we're done competing, it's like it turns into straight up madness. We're drinking. Like as soon as we get home, we're drinking for 4, 5, 6 hours, just beers, wine. Everybody's just partying, and then there's a lot of hooking up. That's the only release we have. That's the only downtime that we get to party, to hang out, to drink, and to hook up. So there's a lot going down. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
I always wondered about the drinking because it's like, man, they're drinking. I see people encourage drinking. Hey, we gotta get challenged the next day. That's part of the strategy.
Yeah, so I'll give you a little insight. So we don't. So the day before challenges, they don't let us drink and we don't go out. So that night when we get back from a challenge, then we could drink. And if you're not going into elimination, then everybody's getting hammered. So 2-3 days out of the week we're not drinking. Every other day we're getting wasted. Yeah,
that's fun. And we're going to see you on more challenges to come,
Yeah.
right? This is something that you're going to be committed to. You
think-
should be a staple. It seems like you're going to be a staple and
Thanks, buddy.
and an
Thank you.
icon castmate of the. You just
Thank you,
bring
dude.
bring all the elements and.
Yeah.
Like I said, you got balls, man.
Thanks, buddy. I
To
appreciate
turn
it.
on Wes, to stand up to CT.
Yeah.
You could see me. I'm trying to be the nicest I can do. I'm a little scared of you, man. He's got a
No,
great
dude.
laugh, a great
Yeah.
smile, but don't let that fool you, man. He'll go after anyone.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, I'm telling you, it's growing up in South Florida and just, I guess, I don't know if it's the Latino or what in me, but I truly, people are like, oh, you're doing shit for TV. Listen, I wish, man. My biggest problem in life has been my temper, if I'm being honest. And it just so happens to be that it makes good TV. But no, dude, I'm really happy. I love filming the show, and it's been one of the best experiences with how stressful and intense it is. And the fans are crazy. But at the end of the day, dude, my family's happy. I have a great support system back home, and I'm happy. So I'll keep filming until they keep calling me.
This is awesome, man. We appreciate your time. A lot of insight, a lot of surprises. I'm assuming a lot more twists and turns coming up in the challenge.
Dude, so many. I mean, you have the game. I think with the move that I made against Wes, if you watch a challenge, it just sets the tone for how this season's going to play out. And it's just going to get more intense. There's way more blow-ups, hookups, just blind sides. It's just going to turn – this game is going to get real dirty really fast. So, yeah, I'm excited.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
a
really
huge
good
fan.
season.
We'll be rooting for you, man. So
Nice.
pull it all. Some of our viewers and listeners knew that you were coming on. They told me it would not be right if I didn't give you a proper send-off. So
nice.
viewers and listeners, we appreciate your time. Let me get my little prop that I... What does this mean right here? What do we got right here? I'll let you do it.
Dude, honestly, I never thought that his pots and pans would take off how it did after Big Brother. The amount of pots and pans I've signed has been insane, but we'll sign you off, right?
There it is. That's Josh Martinez, TV
man.
personality, reality TV star. Catch him every Wednesday night on the Challenge MTV at 9 p.m. Wednesday nights. Huge fan, huge supporter. He's representing South Florida, so let's get behind him. Try to follow him on social media. It's a tough one because he is private, but too many girls be DMing him. Now that they see Georgia wants him, they're like, hey, man, I'm going after him. Josh Martinez, again, we appreciate your time. Viewers, listeners, like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. It helps us bring amazing guests like Josh Martinez onto the show. So, again, we always appreciate you listening to the Talk Golden to Me video podcast show here from the law office of Bergmann. Till next time, we're out of here.